It's time, everybody. This is it. Time to exorcise the demons of the past. Let's go, Buffalo.
Right again, folks. Well, this is it. This is the game. This is the one we're talking about. And we shall see where the Sabres lie in the scheme of things when it comes to being real and not real. We're going to find out a lot about the boys today. So we are going to talk about this, guys. And I'm not going to drag this video out, but we'll talk about a few things. Important stuff. I mean, right off the top, the Bruins, the last 10 games, 7-1-2. The Sabres, the last 10 games, 7-2-1. What better time to run into each other, right? They've won their last game, we've won our last 5. The Sabres, since their 8-game losing streak, okay, are 10-3-2. We've lost 3 of our last 15 in regulation. I don't see a better time right now. The Sabres right now are more for real, I believe, right now than we were last year when we closed the season. This is what I was saying about that losing streak. I forget what video, but I did mention maybe the kids need to get hurt one more time to understand not to rest on their laurels and just expect to win. You know what I mean? You start winning and you start expecting to win, and the Sabres had to learn the hard way that this is a hard, tough league. Anyway, the Bruins, the big number, guys, the big number, 18-0-2 at home. I don't recall ever in my lifetime following hockey from the late 60s till now, the Bruins ever starting like this at home. 18-0 and going basically undefeated the first 20 games at home in regulation time. I don't recall it. I just don't. And I've seen some great Bruin seasons. They're the winningest franchise the last 50 years. You know, even over Montreal, they have a better winning percentage the last 50 years. And I don't recall it. I don't recall this ever happening. So, guys, opportunity lies in front of us. It's right there for the taking. And the kids, if they can win this game, will just feed off of this. I'm so sure. A few of you mentioned in my stats video, yes, I forget who to call. I think it was Neil. Neil mentioned it. A few of you mentioned goals above expected, saves, and things like this. Advanced stats I don't go into too much, but Neil, you had mentioned hits and face-offs, and yes, I think it was Neil. And I put, if you go look, I replied to it, and I put where we're at. We're dead last in face-offs, guys, just so you know. I believe we're 45.1%, and tops in the league, if I recall, is Chicago at 56.7. Yes, I mean, face-offs don't make or break, okay, a team. It doesn't. But if the Sabres can just get over the 50% hump is all I care. I'll just say that, guys. If we get over the 50% hump and we're winning half our face-offs, imagine what winning 10% more of our face-offs would do with this potent offense that we have. We lowest team in the league in face-offs and still number 1 in goals, you know? And I can go on and on about the goals scored. And also hitting, we're still dead last for everybody that wanted to know that. To be honest, guys, I thought that was, everybody knew that and didn't want to talk about it, I guess. I didn't really think about the hitting. I figure I like to do separate videos when it comes to the physical play. So I'm going to wait to do that. So what I will do, I think next time I do a hitting video, we'll talk about face-offs also. I'll try to remember, because those are areas we do have to improve in, guys. And we'll see today, starting today. Maybe it was good to talk about this, because if the Sabres can win half the face-offs today against this veteran team that are smart in areas like that and hitting, we'll see. We're going to see where what we're up against. This Bruins team, if I'm right, they're not hitting like last year, guys. Let me just check that to confirm. We know the Bruins every year are a top hitting team, right? So let me go to check the hitting. Is this year? Yeah, this is this year. Good. I found it right away. Good. All right, here we go. Yeah, Boston guys are 256 hits out of first. But they're high in the middle of the pack. They're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th in the league, Boston, in hitting. Okay? 15th in the league in hitting. New coach, bit of a different system, changing the identity a bit, possible. Team getting older, possible. There's reasons for that, but they're still an intimidating squad, guys. They're only a handful of hits away from being a top 6. So it's like, Buffalo, dead last in the league, 136. Yeah, 136 hits behind. But 3 games in hand, so we could maybe tack on 15 hits in those 3 games. Who knows, right? Look, today, to survive in a game like this, let's see. That's what I want to see. I don't really care about statistics today, guys. I want to see something you can't see in statistics. What's our survival instinct like? That's what I want to see in a game like this. How are the Sabres going to play? How are they going to survive in a game like this? Do we have what it takes? Do we have the guts? Do we have the courage? You can't find those things in numbers. You just can't. You can only see it with your eyes, watching it live, watching a game, and seeing how a team reacts. Because if we go in there and we out-hit them today and we out-skate them, out-hit them, and we're 50% of the face-offs or win more of the face, we do all the right things, what's it say about our survival instinct? Forget the numbers. What's it say about the team's survival instinct? That's what I want to see. Can the Sabres walk into a game like this, a fierce, hostile crowd? We know what it's going to be like watching this game. Or are they going to toy with us today and men against boys? Is that what it's going to look like, right? Because that's what the Bruins fans are expecting to see, is men against boys today. Doesn't mean that's what we're going to see. Sabres might walk right in there and make a statement game that we are for real and we have arrived. And guys, that's what happens. I've told you that before. When a team goes like this, I forget what game it was just this year when we just won a game. I'd have to look back at the scores. I'll remember when I see the scores. But there was a game I told you guys that it could make the team go like this if we won, and we won that game. Maybe one of you can remind me because my memory doesn't work too good. I'd have to look back at the games played. I'd have to look back. I can't at the top of my head. But I could tell you what. This is the game. If this is the game that if the Sabres win this one, this could be where we became a playoff team today. The Sabres have an opportunity here, guys. I believe that if they win this game, we're going to get in this year. I just believe it in my heart. If we win this game, and if we lose this game, doesn't mean we won't make it, but I'll understand if we don't by the end of the year, that we still have some hills to climb. But what if we're ready to climb this one? What if we're ready to go in there and just beat these guys? What if we're that good? What if? That's the thing. That's the question. What if, guys? Because if we can go in there and win this game and be convincing doing it, I'm sure they're going to convince a lot of you. And there'll still be the glaring weaknesses. We still got to have our goaltending step it up. We have to have a better defensive play. We got to be more physical. We got to win more faceoffs. We do have to get better. We got to get better penalty kill. But this comes over months in time. It doesn't happen overnight. Or does it? Because what happens when you win a game like this, I believe it just elevates your whole development even quicker. I believe that. I'm a big believer that one game, and I forget which game it was with the Penguins years ago when they were going to be a playoff team, and they made the finals. They made the finals, their first go-in, you might recall, before losing to Detroit. And if the Sabres can do this and get in this year, we have the type of young squad that could go deep, but that's a whole other video. We don't want to go there. I don't want to go there right now, guys. I'm going to leave it be. But I'm excited, as you can tell, so I want to get this video up to you guys. Come on, boys. Let's get this done. Let's get in there and give the fans something they've waited 10 years to see happen, which is a for-real team that we have. And guys, I said it before the Eichel trade. These are the days that were coming. If we would get rid of guys like Eichel, who really didn't, their heart wasn't in Buffalo, not really. Not really, not like it should have been. You know, there's guys that left our city, Allmark included, that their heart wasn't in the right place and they wanted to go to a contender before paying the price that these guys that we currently have are willing to pay to become champions. That's why it's going to be sweet if we win a Stanley Cup before the Bruins, before Vegas. You know, if we win the Stanley Cup before those franchises, and I think we will, I do. The Bruins don't win it this year. It's kind of their swan song this year. And if we can just continue to develop, we'll see today. All right, I'm going to drop it because, guys, I'm going to go crazy. I want to talk 20 minutes. So I'm going to leave this. That's it. I'll see you guys after the game. I'm hyped. I'm ready. I'm going to have another day of junk food before I go crazy on my diet again. So I'm going to go crazy today, having a ton of junk food, enjoying this game. And I will see you guys probably a pound heavier in the post game. I'll see you there.